morning, you lovely lot. Today I thought I'd go through the release part of our taking control, and I thought the best way of doing it would be to do Stretch Out Sunday. So I thought what I'd do is go through my normal stretching routine, but talk you through bits as we go along, just to sort of see, you know, I won't do all the full stretches, but ideally, you know, your static stretches, hold for about 30 seconds, just let yourself relax into them. And then we'll do some joint mobility stuff as well. Okay, so here we go. So I just start off just by lying down, and then I just have a little check-in of my lower back and just think, right, what's it actually doing? And just do a few little rotations, one way and then the other way, and just get a little bit of a feel what's going on in your pelvis, and just forwards and backwards, okay? Then you can have a nice big stretch out. You can stretch out one side, then you can stretch out the other. That's it, big stretch, okay? And you just get a little bit of feel, and it's like, I know when I do that, my left side is much, much tighter in my thorax than my right side, okay? And then I go into a gentle lower back stretch. Now these stretches are for people that are runners, fit and active. They're not necessarily for people who have got acute lower back problems. So they're not really for people with acute back pain. If anybody's got any acute sort of symptoms, feel free to message me privately. Okay, and then we just stretch out that lower back across one way, nice stretch, and then back into the other way. Lovely. Okay, and then we come back up. And at this point, I just have a little feel of my ribs and just think, right, what is going on in my upper back? And just have a little wiggle either side and just see, you know, it's a bit like stacking some dinner plates and sort of see, can I just give them a bit of a move? It's a nice way of using the outside of the ribs to mobilise them a little bit, and just gives them a little bit of wiggle, just gets them moving. Okay, and then just take your hips nicely side to side. Again, just gets your pelvis and your hips moving a little bit. Okay, so the next thing is just to go on to a little glute stretch. So cross one leg over the knee, and then we pull the heel to the bum, and we just hold it there. I'm not going to hold them in this video because otherwise you'll be watching it all day. And then we take the other one across and we do the same. Okay, and then we go up into what I call a nerve mobilisation. So with your feet straight, just pull your feet towards you. Both feel pretty much the same, I'd say. Then I can put one leg in the air, and then I'm just going to move that foot up and down and just think, oh, it's a bit tighter there. All you've done is you've added a bit of a nerve stretch into that calf, and you think, gosh, actually, oh, that one's much tighter than the other one. And the reason that'll be a bit tighter is, you know, yes, your hamstrings can be a bit tight, but the extra thing that you've added in there is a nerve mobilisation. So the likelihood is there's a little bit of tightness coming from your lower back. So it's worth getting into those glutes a little bit more. Just give that another bit of a stretch and just see if that releases things a little bit more. I think, okay, yeah, that's a bit better. Okay, so that's our sort of lying down stretches, and then we turn around and we start thinking about our upper back a bit. Okay, so we can just start off with some nice mobility cat stretches, tucking your head in and go back. Okay, then in this position we just go back and just stretch out that thorax and just sort of see what it feels like one side compared to the other. And if that's not particularly stiff, you can take it across one way, and then, oh, let's see, much tighter for me on that side, and come back. Okay, and then I like to just do a little bit of work just to extend my upper back. So when you're doing it, extend, that's it. So you're not, basically what we don't want to do is just bend from the upper back, from the lower back. We want to move through the upper back and come through and up. Okay, and in this position, a bit like the working from home video, I just go through a little bit of extension work just for the upper arms, just to sort of get that external rotation.
Nanny's calling you.
Okay, and then we go back, and we can just do a little bit of a pigeon pose. Quite a strong hip stretch, this one, but see how you go. Don't force any of these stretches, and if it feels too much for you, just back off and just go back to an easier stretch. Just gives a little bit more upper body, glutes and pelvis working all together. Okay, then I'll go into a hip flexor stretch. So what we don't do is just lean backwards and just tuck everything and just move your lower back. What you do, keep your tummy tight. It's probably easier if you see it this way. Keep your tummy tight, lean forwards, hold it there, and just keep working this lower abdominal and your pelvis. And then you'll feel a much better stretch in your hip flexor if you're keeping your back still. Okay, you can take it onto a quad stretch by bringing the knee up. Some people might want your knee on a cushion. It can be a little bit painful on the kneecap depending on what you're on. Okay, and then if you want to, you can just take it up into a little bit of a combined stretch. Okay, and then you can bring your arms down. You can rotate one way and rotate the other. Quite nice to do in those. Add a little bit of rotation in those positions. Okay, and then we'll go just into some nice sitting stretches. So start off with your feet together. You can just push down onto the adductors a little bit just to give them a nice stretch in here. And we go forwards, long lever stretch, keeping your head up, and you can go over to one side and over to the other. And then we just go into the normal sort of hamstring stretches. Most people know these. And then you can tuck your leg in and we can go through that way. Okay, so that's my little stretching routine. I'll go through some extra stretches for the calves in another video. That's what I tend to do when I sort of come back from a run. I'll just have a lie down, stretch out, and just go through a few range of movement exercises. But we'll add some more specifics in, and I'll bring the foam roller in a little bit more again tomorrow. Okay, thanks. Have fun. Bye.